Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, December 9th, 2022, and this is my stock market watch list. Please remember that this is solely a watch list. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I put out a free morning watch list every single morning, and we have been on fire lately. Please know that not all of these are going to rock it, but all it takes is a few, and we have certainly gotten that this entire week, guys, even on the very bloody days. So let's get started. Please smash that like button for me as it helps out with the algorithms. Thank you so much. Let's start with Cassava Sciences, ticker SAVA. Guys, this has been on fire all week. I mentioned it right when it happened, but what occurred was they put out notification, basically letting the shorts know that they completed their trial and they have scientists reviewing it and data should be out at the end of the month. Guys, this is a heavily shorted ticker and I think shorts are taking them very seriously. I would not be surprised if in the upcoming weeks this is 50 plus and does a PRTA and just flies to the moon, provided those results are good as expected. Okay, AGIL, Agile Thoughts. Guys, this got a price target this morning of $7, which is double its current trading price of $3.50. I truly don't know much about this company, but when you see an analyst double the price that something's currently trading at, it's certainly worth keeping an eye on. So that's why it's on this list this morning. FORG, Forge Rock. If you follow me on Twitter, I called this out last night because it started pumping in the after hours, and we are up $1.81 going into pre-market. This has a very interesting pattern if you pull it up and you look at the 1 year chart. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with this, but it looks like it found its support level, broke out of there in the after hours. Maybe they had earnings or something. I haven't had a chance to look into it. But it looks like it's moving on up, found its new area of support, and I think it's going to break out. Does it hit 25 by next week? It's very possible. So worth keeping on your radar. It has very strong moves when it starts to go, guys. It could even go higher. COSM and COMS. All right, guys, both of these are on my radar again. Technically, I thought yesterday we would see movement. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but retail is very, very short lasting these days. So any of these that start running and getting momentum, as soon as it has a red day, they run, they don't come back. I don't understand it. But I am looking for the next wave, and I think it's going to come soon. Whether it's today or next week, I'm not sure, but they both deserve a watch. Mullen, same thing, guys. It's just this whole retail thing, especially with these low float stocks. It's like they don't give it a chance to show its true potential. This is in an accumulation phase, and I'm telling you, when it breaks out, it's going to break out strong again. So keep an eye on Mullen. Not sure it'll be today, but certainly worth watching. ENSC. All right, this is up 9% in pre-market. I would not be surprised if momentum comes into this and you start to see volume if this pushes above $2. So keep it on your radar. GoCo. Guys, I've been saying this for a very long time. It's probably been a couple of months now. We started this at the break of 42. It was probably around 35 cents or so when I said to watch it, but I said, I'm not buying it till it breaks that 42. And that's exactly what I did because I know I watched the stock for months, just channel. And for me, it wasn't worth holding it for that period of time. But that's what it did. It did a reverse split. And guys, a reverse split is not always a bad thing. And this is proof. It just has rocketed ever since. I think that this is going to go over $20 very, very soon in the coming weeks. So pay attention. It is not done. It's consolidating. It's doing exactly what we want to see a strong stock do. And guys, MYS a Z is not on here my size, but they did a reverse split yesterday. I would wait for that to find its bottom and look for the similar sort of thing because I saw the same type of movement pre-split that I saw in GoCo, and I wouldn't be shocked if it does a move like a GoCo. Mara, MARA, and all of the mining stocks, Riot, Hut, there's a whole bunch of them. But anyways, I would keep them on your radar because Bitcoin's up today. If the futures are green, if the market stays green, you better believe that these beat down, heavily shorted mining stocks are going to make some significant movement. Coin would be another one. Hellbiz. Same thing, guys, with the retail. This is an accumulation phase. I'm telling you, I strongly, strongly believe that this stock is going to make me a crap ton of money. I just keep buying. It can stay here as long as it wants. I don't think it's going to be here much longer, which is why it's on my radar. I think Fridays it likes to run. Don't be surprised if the CEO, Salvatore, puts out some kind of catalyst today, because he's known for these awesome PR drops and these things to run. And Fridays tends to be a day that Hellbiz moons. Carvana, CVNA. All right, guys. Yesterday I checked after hours. There were no shares left to borrow. Let's see if it stays that way. They did try shorting it in the early morning hours. Not sure where it's at right now. But I expect Carvana to make some strong moves to the upside on all that. This has to be one of the most heavily, if not the heaviest shorted stock in the entire market. And I think you're going to see a rebound rally come in for Carvana. Rent the runway. All right, guys, if you took this trade with me yesterday, congrats. We are doing freaking phenomenal. We are up 63.24%. I called this out on the watch list. And guys, it still seems to me like it's going to do a little bit of consolidation followed by another breakout. Do we get a false breakdown first? It's possible, but I expect this to continue moving to the upside today. I already told you about COMS with the COSM, same scenario, guys. GHSI. All right, this is a ticker that I called out on Twitter and I did a video on. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Somebody had asked me in yesterday's watch list comments if I think that this is done. No, this is just starting, guys. I am very, very happy with the way that it broke out. It held, I said, if it breaks 18, it's going to run. It did. It went up to 21 cents. It pulled back, which is completely normal. The key here was it has to hold that 18-cent support, which it did. This chart is primed. Go look at the daily chart. Look at the crossovers. It is going to make a big run very, very soon. In fact, it could be today or the beginning of next week. I'm not quite sure. It all depends on volume coming in. We just need that volume to continue. But we broke that 18. We held that 18-cent support. We bounced off of 0.182, I believe it was yesterday. It's up a few fractions of a cent in pre-market. Watch this, because I do strongly feel, or I wouldn't have even told you about it, that it's going to continue with this beautiful movement it's making. Oops, sorry, I got lost. Pets, PETZ. All right, I strongly believe that this is going to make a big move back up and retest that $5 range and hopefully eventually break through it. Again, this is a stock that has been beat down very, very hard. Watch it, because these reverse splits that have been just completely tanked, and this reverse split it quite a while ago, guys. It ran up to 5, pulled back all the way to this $2 level. This is a strong loading zone. Watch for a significant move to the upside in the coming days with PETZ. QTT. All right, congrats to all those who have been listening to my call out on this. We bought this in the 50-cent range. I personally bought it at 57 cents. It pulled back a little, but it's been beat down and it's moving back to the upside. Those that bought in with me around that same range, which was right at the neckline, which is why I chose that price of 57 cents that it broke out from. And as you can see, we're already up to 89 cents. This is up 67.92% in the past week, guys, and is up in pre-market. Keep it on your radar. I think that this is just beginning. Shift Technologies. All right, today is supposed to be the merger day for Shift and CarLotz, ticker LOTZ. So do they tank this one last time before a massive move to the upside when these companies merge and on that news, which is what I'm expecting, because CarLotz brings a significant amount of cash to the balance sheet that Shift Technologies needs. And I do believe that it's going to result in both of these combined companies being much stronger and potentially making a move finally to the upside, because they've both been beat down very hard even before the announcement, but even worse after the announcement of the merger. And in my opinion, they're due for a strong rebound rally. If you own LOTZ, you will be getting 69 cents of lots. And if this closes today as expected, I would probably think that the ticker would change over the weekend, and your lots will be converted. For every 100 shares you own, you will get 69 shares of Shift. BWV, Blue Wave Vaccines. All right, guys. So BWV has been in a channel for quite a long time. I said to keep an eye on it if it can break that 120, because yesterday it showed strong consolidation. Well, it's up in pre-market. It had pulled all the way back to that 116, which was the bottom of the channel that I was watching yesterday, between it going back and forth. And I'm looking to see if we can get a continuation in BWV to the upside today. It is up 6% in pre-market already. IQ. All right, guys, I'm annoyed. I tried to buy options in this yesterday. I had thought that they'd gone through, looked this morning to see, oh no, my money was returned to me, that they didn't, for some reason, it didn't fill. So annoying when you see it's up like this and you saw a beautiful chart ready to break out. I would watch IQ. It certainly looks like it's going to make a push higher. It's up 5.51% this morning. I'm expecting a push through 4 and maybe even to 5. Again, this is another Chinese stock, and these Chinese tickers are hot. MMAT, MMTLP. All right, guys. Today is the 9th. I believe supposedly that's supposed to be the 8th. Or the 9th, I forget which one it was the deadline to convert those shares into NextBridge. So today and Monday are the last 2 days for MMTLP to make its moves. If retail is correct and they are as heavily shorted as everyone believes that they are, then you should see a massive rally start either today or Monday. Obviously, it has to occur Monday at the latest. If not, then retail was wrong or they found another way out. Not quite sure what's going on here, because I personally think that we're going to get a run. I think that they're trying to tank it to create fear, to get people to sell. For me, I don't really care, because worst case scenario is I get NextBridge. I've held this for many, many years, or whatever, however long, maybe 2 years, whatever it's taken for this to happen. It feels like forever. So if I have to wait another 2, I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, those MMTLP shares, they are what they are, and I'm not worried about the daily price action, unless of course it squeezes, in which case of course I'm going to sell it and take my profits as a guarantee, not knowing what NextBridge is going to hold. So I might leave some on, but most of it I will obviously sell. So MMAT, I do believe, guys, we're still in an uptrend despite these pullbacks, and I am looking for this to push through $2 today, if it starts to run with the other one. It seems like they've been trying to hold it down. QTT, sorry, I lost my spot again. Forgive me. All right, Meta, META. All right, guys, this has been very interesting, because for the last 2 days, if you follow me on Twitter, you've seen it's coiling hard. At the end of the day, it's been coiling hard. You can tell it's about to break out, but for some reason it starts its breakout in the after hours. I strongly feel that if the market stays green, Meta will push back up into that 120 range today. DOCU, excellent earnings, guys. As you can see, they're up $5.07 or 11.61% in the after hours. Look for a continuation. They've been beat down pretty hard, and I think that you're going to see nice movement in DOCU. Do they try to pull it back for the options chain first, depending on how hedge funds were betting on this one? The other one I would watch would be Zoom as far as that goes. I strongly feel that you are going to see a rebound rally in Zoom today. And I'm looking for this to move up through 75, 77, maybe even get to 80 plus today. Not quite sure, but this is a beatdown ticker that's double bottom now. And I think you're going to start to see a significant rally occur in Zoom. AVCT, guys, this is my play of the week, and it better not do me wrong because I strongly felt that this would make a significant move to the upside based on those warrants that can now be exercised at $1.80. I truly believed that they were going to run this, so I'm watching. Please don't do me wrong. I need a nice win under my belt. It's been a few weeks. All right, Accor, ACOR. Guys, this is one that is on my radar. It's been channeling between this 50 and 60 cent range, and I want to see it break out significantly above that 63 would really be where I'm watching for. But I believe that if it does, it gets back to $1 plus fairly quickly. Kaba. Guys, this has just been on an absolute rip, and this will remain on my watch list every single day while it's in an uptrend, because I think that there's still a lot of money to be made if you buy on these pullbacks like it just had, and ride it back up. So it does this pretty much every time it makes a move. It may go up for a day, pulls back around close, because I think there's a lot of people day trading this, and then rips again at the open. Marin Software. All right, guys, this started moving up in the after hours yesterday, and it's so funny because I actually have a small position in Marin that I was looking to add to yesterday. I looked at it and was like, I don't know what's going on with this name. I need to do some research over the weekend, and boom, what does it do? It breaks out in the after hours, 27.41%. It's up. Looks like it's making a nice bull flag here, and I expect to move higher. Something you should know, this stock, traded from like these levels, guys, all the way up to like $30 a year or two ago. It was freaking insane, and it would happen very, very fast. So this is one that you should certainly keep on your radar today. Not going to say it's going to happen again, but it's crazy, and I believe that it's been very heavily shorted since. Now, this PHVS, congrats to anyone that took this trade. I called this out yesterday on my morning watch list, and it was up over 354.8%. And even higher, guys. I think this went to as high as $12, maybe even, I don't know, somewhere around $12, let's say that. And then it's pulled back. Now, if this continues to run, I would expect a little bit of consolidation like it seems to be doing now. These pullbacks would be normal, and then a break back to the upside. So depending on how you want to play this, it's a great stock. You can ride the waves in. And if they pull it back down, guys, you could have a short opportunity in it as well. There's no options chain in this as far as I know. So figs. Okay, guys, this is in a very strong uptrend. And yes, uptrends have pullbacks, which is what you saw yesterday in this. It actually dipped down below $7.50. I said, I had no clue why. Guys, this has been very heavily manipulated. It is also a very, very heavily shorted stock. The short interest is like 26%, if I remember correctly. But it's very high. And you could see it was very unnatural the way they stair-stepped it down. I said, watching this for the break back through 750. If you followed me on Twitter, you know it did that. Boom, broke right back out to the upside. So it's up in after hours, so keep an eye on it. TME, 10 cent. Guys, this has been a favorite of mine since that 5.50 range, and it's just ripping. Chinese stocks are up. This one is just sitting at $8. It made a new 52-week high. Look for the move to continue upward. SMMT, I don't know if I said this at the beginning of the video or not, but if you haven't seen the video I put out on it, watch it. There are no shares left to borrow, and I strongly believe that this rockets to the upside and continues on. I would look for a push through $5 today if that happens. All right, now, very quickly, the top gainers, MYSZ, which, guys, this is inaccurate. It's because of the reverse split. BXRX, which I'm sorry, this should have been on here, and I apologize that it's not. BXRX should 100% be on your watch list today as a number 1 or number 2 play, to be quite honest. It is a recent reverse split that's just rocketing. PBTS, NRBO, and Marin, which we just discussed, Marin. Our top losers are GROM, GROM, AUTL, PTPI, GETR, and AGAE. And our most active, DNA, PCG, CMCSA, LUMN, and KMI. Thank you so much